Hi, thanks for watching this video about how to stop insects getting into your house and your gardens without killing them. You'll get back good karma. Karma basically says whatever you do comes back to you. So if you are kind to the small creatures of the universe will be kind to you. Here is a list of some great good karma tips. Remember, insects aren't bad. They're not trying to harm us. They're just trying to live like the rest of us. And they feel pain and suffering just like we do. So it's best not to let them suffer, not to poison them, but to use other techniques to deter them kindly. Here is a list. One of the most important things to remember is to shake thoroughly any vegetables or flowers or fruits that you have grown yourself in the garden. Before bringing them into the house, shake them thoroughly, and you'll be surprised at how many hundreds of tiny little innocent lives you'll be saving by shaking them into the garden before you bring them in. And you'll get back good karma for doing this. Also, with aphids, if you have aphids on your roses, hang ripe banana skins off the branches, and this will deter them naturally. You may have to be persistent and try to start early in the season, but you'll get good karma for your efforts. For ants, remember, don't use ant powder. It's cruel. Don't use diatomaceous earth or cornmeal, because all of these things will kill the ants and make their bodies cut up slowly and suffer. The best thing to do is to use talcum powder. Sprinkle some talcum powder in areas where they're coming from, not directly on them if possible, but just where they're coming from, and they will disappear themselves. You can use essential peppermint oil, about 10 to 15 drops per cotton bud, cotton wool ball. You get these cotton wool balls and you put 10 to 15 drops on each of them, and then you leave them in areas where the ants are coming. You will find that they will go. This will also repel mice and rats, so it's even better. What you can do is leave vinegar also in tiny little caps, like drink bottle lids, or soak cotton balls in vinegar and put these into areas where the ants are coming, and you'll notice they will go. These are kind ways of dealing with them. If you have fire ants in a colony which are really causing problems, you can get equal parts of baking powder or baking soda, vinegar and water. So you get equal parts of baking soda, vinegar and water. You mix them together and you pour some of this into the holes where the ants are coming from. Try to blow around that area to get rid of them first, and try only to use this as a last resort for perhaps something like a fire ant which is going to cause harm to you or something like that, because it can harm the ants and you don't want to harm them unnecessarily. Only use this as a last resort, but keep on pouring it into these little holes and sooner or later they will vacate. As I said, only use this as a last resort if the ants, the fire ants, are not going and causing real problems, because really we don't need to harm them if we don't need to, and this way we'll deter them and get rid of them and hopefully harm them as least possible, better than some of the poisons. But only use it as a last method if you have to. Otherwise, do not pour it into their homes. The other thing here is all insects, including moths and spiders, cockroaches, mites and silverfish. They are all repelled by lavender, peppermint, lemon and eucalyptus fragrances. So use pure essential oil of either lavender, peppermint, lemon, citronella or eucalyptus, or a mixture of all of those, or just one of them on their own, and use 10 to 15 drops per cotton bud, and put these into areas where you see the moths, where you see the spiders, where you see the cockroaches, where you see any of these creatures coming, and leave them into these areas. You can even leave small little capfuls of the 10 to 15 drops of these oils in the capfuls in these places like wardrobes and other places where you might see moths or spiders or any kind of insect. In fact, they are repelled and they will not harm you, and it will not harm the creatures. They will soon go. This is a kind way to get rid of them. For slugs and snails, you can buy an excellent product called Slugs Away Wool Pellets. Slugs Away Wool Pellets are pellets made of manure and sheep's wool. They are 100% biodegradable and organic and non-toxic. You can buy them on Amazon on the internet, or maybe in some of the garden centres if you call them up and ask. It's called Slugs Away Wool Pellets by a brand called Defenders. If you use this product, you'll see on Amazon the reviews are excellent. You sprinkle these pellets at the bases of your plants you wish to protect, and as the rains and water comes, these pellets will melt and form a mulch, a sheet of mulch which has sheep's wool fibres inside it. The sheep's wool becomes very uncomfortable for slugs and snails to cross, so they will stop crossing, and the manure from these pellets will actually feed the plant as well and retain water and suppress weeds, so you get everything in one with this product. So it's definitely worth buying and trying, because you'll get good, calmer and healthier vegetables and plants. On top of this, there's another product which I'd like to recommend called Slugs Keep Off. It's a copper tape. This copper tape is a tape you can buy and wrap around the rims of plant pots, and wrap them maybe in a double line to make them even thicker. And you can also wrap them around from the base of the plant upwards along the stem in a spiral way to stop the slugs and snails climbing up without having to kill them. If you do this, you'll get good karma and you'll stop creatures from suffering. You can buy this on Amazon on the internet, or you can try to find it in some garden centres by phoning and asking them. The main thing to remember is be kind, and kindness will come back to you. There's no need to use poisons. Every life on this earth has a purpose, and believe me, you will get good karma for trying. Please try and spread this video and share it amongst places on WhatsApp, on Facebook, or any social media you can, or even email. The more people that know, the more good karma you and they will get. Also, feel free to contact Kindness Guy at kindnessguy@hotmail.com. You can email him and ask him for any questions. That's kindnessguy@hotmail.com. Alternatively, you can also search for him on Facebook. If you type into the Facebook search engine Kindness Guy and add him as a friend, you will see future tips for kindness. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to share it. Happy gardening, and may good karma come to you.